Hi everyone, Mark here and welcome to The Road to Blues. Okay, in this short course of lessons I'm going to be going through with you the myths, the realities, some of the practical benefits, some of the theory, some of the history of the blues, how you can use blues techniques in your everyday playing and soloing, the origins of the blues, and how chords within the blues are constructed, and mapping out of the fretboard for blues playing, the blue notes and what are the blue notes, and how you can use major and minor to find the blues, and lots more. Okay, in this first lesson I just want to quickly briefly go through the origin of blue notes. Okay, now blue notes are, I'm going to go through this in more depth with you later, but a blue note is from a major scale a flattened 7th note and a flattened 3rd note and a flattened 5th note. Those are commonly known as the blue notes when you're playing blues. Okay, now the first use, or the first recorded use of these notes in a piece of music was by a guy called Samuel Coleridge Taylor. He was an English composer and he wrote a song called A Negro Love Song from a African suite for piano composed in 1898. I've just looked that up on Wikipedia, and to be honest, if that song was released today, I think that there'd be uproar because it's not really very politically correct. But that's history for you, and we've made progress since then, so that's good. Now, those notes were considered to be devil notes, like the devil's music, because us Westerners, we kind of, all we'd heard was just the major scale, and this kind of happy kind of, and then some guy comes along and goes, and does that. We're going mad, and we're like, whoa, what is all this? What is this kind of stuff? But then progress was made, and it was only in, let me just read down a second, in 1912, so what's that, 14 years later, when the first piece of blues music was actually penned and actually published by a publisher. Haven't got that here, but the first published known piece of blues music was a piece called Dallas Blues by Hart A. Wand from America, Oklahoma City in actual fact. I've never actually listened to the tune, but from Wikipedia apparently that is the first ever blues tune. Okay, but it does say on there that that was the first ever recorded 12-bar blues, okay, that we all know today, that kind of, this kind of thing. So that's like a 12-bar blues. That's commonly, you know, the kind of thing that you think of when you think of blues, hopefully. Okay. Now, with that leads me on to some of the notes that are contained within some of the chords, because that was using chords. Yeah. All right. So, oh, excuse me. And if you guys know your blues already, or you're just learning, in blues music, the predominant chords are dominant 7th chords. Okay. Now this is really where these devil notes come into their own. Okay. And in this case, these are minor 7th notes. In a major chord, or in a major scale, the first chord that you play in a major scale, or the home chord, is a major chord. So if we're playing in the key of A major, the first chord would be an A major chord. But in blues, the first chord is a dominant 7th chord, which you don't normally find until you get to the 5th chord of a major scale, which in A major would be A, B, C, D, E. So the 5th chord above it would be an E, so that would be an E7, which would then resolve back to the 1st chord. Okay, but in blues, all the chords are pretty much dominant 7ths, which to people, in 1900 and 1901, 1902, it just blew their minds. They just couldn't understand it. It all sounds clangy and really wrong sounding, which is what the blues is. It uses some major notes and some minor notes, that minor 7 note that I just spoke about, with a major 3rd. And it just sounds wrong, yeah? To us now, we've kind of been listening to it for quite a few years. It's been in popular music for quite a few years now, so we're starting to get to know it. And as soon as we hear this minor 7th sound, we kind of know, oh, that's a blues song, yeah? But it doesn't have to be sad, okay? A blues song can also be happy, so you can capitalise on that, like the original riff that I played at the start of the lesson. It's not what you play, it's how you play it. That's still using a minor 7th note, which minor 7 you would have thought it would sound sad, but it sounds quite happy, because it's got a 5th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 notes, up a major scale. Okay? Okay, so, just to recap, so you should have in your mind now the first ever recorded Blue Note tune, okay? If you don't know it, rewind the tape, because I'm not going to say it. And then also the first ever printed piece of blues music, okay? So then that leads us nicely on to lesson number 2, where we will be going through some of the chords that are used in blues music, basically following on from what we just did there. Okay guys, I'll see you in my next lesson, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the next lesson on www.randlesonguitar.co.uk, and also you can find me on Facebook, which you should find me under Mark Randlesson Guitar Tuition. I'll see you soon guys, mark out for now.